So begins another episode of the Inspired Disorder Podcast. With our hosts, Ray Taylor and Keith Bernard. Disorder
Yeah. I always get, what the fuck? First off, I'm Ray.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit on that one.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Keith.
That's Keith. And did you have a beanie on? Because I just noticed your hair. If your hair was on my face, on my head, then we would be the complete hipster. Like if we have a kid, Keith, we can convince scientists to like somehow,
This is not a hipster haircut.
100%. The tight, and then it's a little bit long. It's kind of like hipster emo on the top.
Oh.
Yeah, that's super because the hipsters have the tight like swoop. Anyway, freaked me out, bro.
You fucking curly
You just
mustache.
you had a beanie on or something. I swear, when you just like during the intro when I'm busy on the ones and twos, flipping shit left and right, all this stuff. You take off the fucking Backstreet Boy and put it in my face.
Dude, this has been my haircut for like.
Yeah, but you wear beanies, bro. You have to be wearing beanies all the time. I don't know what it
I'm
is.
usually
It
wearing a
surprised
hat.
me. It offended me. It shook me to my core. Okay?
Get over it, bro.
I can't. Okay, I gotta stop looking at that one. All right, now I'm focused on you and this god-awful haircut that's on your head. Not really. It's just really, it's way too stylish for you to have, I think, is what it is.
Fuck you. Dude.
Out of this show, it's
what are you talking about?
I know, but I'm saying, Keith.
Look, I rock a high and tight with like a shitty patchy beard growing
That's
in.
what I'm saying. It's way too stylish for you to have on your head. It's like your face is a yin yang. It's like just like stylish and then like grungy.
Well, thanks, Ray.
Yeah, that's how I compliment people. It's just
it's working, dude. I'm gonna shoot myself now.
No, you're not. You don't own guns.
So thanks everyone for listening to the Inspired Disorder podcast while I was a part of it. It's really cool.
Keith is really
Ray
sensitive.
just put me over the edge.
Sensitive about the hair, man. Jesus Christ.
Wait a second. Where's my hairstylist? Fucking talking shit.
No, shush. It's more of an insult to who she put it's the hair looks good.
Shit.
The hair looks good.
He's coming in here.
On you, it's confusing, bro. You put like a really good paint job on a shitty car. I don't know. That's not a good.
Yeah,
that would be more of a makeover than just the.
Go back and shoot myself.
You have like a really nice roof rack. You have like this
Pinto. You're like, I mean,
Pinto
nice
with like a
there.
$2,000 Trek bicycle on top of it. Like what?
Wearing a members only jacket with a brand new flat bill, still sticker on a hat.
Oh man. All right, so
So enough
for the
ripping on
distraction.
me, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's like it's something I fucking lost connection to Ustream.
So we're still recording.
Yeah, I know.
I still say like there's two people that watch this.
No, there's more. I mean, I don't live probably. If it would be nice
We don't
if two
even
people
promote
watch
anymore
this.
live.
Yeah, I kind of did right before we started.
You used to just be like, "Yo, we're gonna be on."
Yeah. Well, that's gonna change when
but
I
since
no longer
you
have a
promote-
job.
You don't ever think of tagging me in it, so I know that we're trying to promote. So
I shouldn't have to remind
Actually,
you.
You're just like,
First
look at
off.
my podcast. I'm Ray Taylor. This
Yeah.
is the Inspired Disorder Show.
Clearly,
I do all the talking.
It's funny that you're joking, but that's like real. So it's thanks for paying attention. Thanks for paying attention to my tweets.
I have the internet. My phone sucks.
Okay, whatever.
All it's good for is playing Trivia Crack. Have you heard of this game?
No. Well, you've talked about it.
I wreck shop, son.
Okay, well, if you can wreck shop against people on this game. On this game, is it a popular game? Are all the kids with your hairstyle playing it?
All of them.
Okay, so
it would be hipster, and we do this haircut here a lot. If someone had shaved a part line into my hair, like that's what they do here.
The hairstyles, I guess, are a few years. I remember seeing that's something I see gym rats do, like the bros. Like I could see if Robert Garza, I don't know if the hairstyles are popular in Houston like they are in San Diego, but if he was in San Diego, he would have had those,
Brendan Schaub just got that.
But look at he's a
gym bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's not insulting. It's just observations.
I used to be a gym bro.
They also post on Instagram pictures of text inspirational quotes, but it's just like it's like, why are you?
I fucking hate that.
Why don't you just
it's
get
nice
a Twitter?
To see an inspirational quote.
Yeah,
but I don't need it in meme form.
Yeah, I don't need it in like low resolution. Fucking, it's a JPEG that's been passed around since the 90s. It's got looks like crap. Anyway, what were we talking about, Keith? Your hair is really just thrown.
It's the star of the fucking show right now.
Clearly. Keith's hair is going to be the title of this episode if we keep this track for another 2 hours. And
I probably will. I run out of beer by then.
Yeah. Usually we're good at we got to start somewhere, so might as well start at the top and work our way down. So how about those eyebrows you got on your face there, bro? No, okay. The crack game. So can people request you to challenge you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your thing there? Is it Keith Spurlock 1?
No, it's just Keith Spurlock. I'm probably the only one playing it. But
I don't know. Maybe it's popular. I just don't play games on my phone.
No, it is popular. That's not what we're disputing here. I was just saying I fuck shit up in that game.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, great. I don't understand why Ustream just disconnected again.
I don't know, but my Skype jumps the picture gets bigger and smaller when that shit happens.
You look fine.
Yeah, I know, and you look like shit. All pixelated. What's up with your fucking connection, bro?
I don't know. I just stopped broadcasting live.
Going 5 bars here.
Should we just not go live on this?
I'm
just hitting connect. So anyway, live people. What's up, guys? This may not be live the entire time. I gotta at least pretend like maybe there is somebody, just in case. Don't want to lose. Every one listener means so much. So anyway, if it keeps cutting out, we may not go live. We just might you just watch it later on YouTube and Vimeo.
People got shit to do. It's like 8 o'clock. No one's sitting around going, man.
It's 8 o'clock your time.
The podcast is starting at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, not everybody lives in your area, bro.
Everyone that's important does.
Just did it again. Okay, fuck.
All right, when's the ball drop on New Year's Eve?
Fucking when my pants unzip, son. Boom.
Midnight my time, bitch. That's all that.
There is a time delay on TV. This time delay on TV. All right, I get Twitter. Twitter beats your fucking ball drop, bro. Because I get guys in New Zealand a day ahead.
Yeah, I have Twitter too. So
yeah,
I
so
get
it's
myself.
So you lose, by that logic of competition. Australia is way better than you, which you apparently are better than me because I'm the last one to know. It's the new year. I got other shit going on.
They have to watch the New York ball drop too. I think everywhere has to watch that.
Dude, I haven't seen that in so long.
Who has?
You just said everybody.
Everyone that's watching TV, asshole.
Those aren't our listeners, clearly, because they'll watch our viewers. Anyway. Fucking shit, bro. Where do you want to start? We fucked up because we started talking before.
You saw some movies, so
yeah, okay.
Let's talk about.
Christ. Okay, so man, my balls are really hurting right now.
Can't help.
I think I sat on one of them.
If I could, I would.
Ball on ball violence. But please, Keith, come to San Diego and just
Caress them?
Caress my balls. Yeah, that's probably. I was like, what action? It's like, not massage, man. They're already hurting. They just need some love. Yeah, so I get Redbox movies every once in a while, and I get like these free coupon codes in my email. That's basically how I've been watching, and I got 2 this past week.
Dose.
First one, a movie I did not hear anything good about, but it's a director that I enjoy, and and I liked his last movie. Was completely different than everything he had done before. I'm like, okay, he did this. He's a podcaster, so I watched Tusk. The worst.
A movie about podcasting.
Kind of. I mean, it's like the main character is a podcaster. Horrible, annoying podcaster. And it's a shitty fucking movie. It's like, I was like, there were moments, because they had the dude from Red State in it, the good actor dude, which I can't think, I don't know his name offhand, but
I've heard it a million times, but I forget it too.
He's amazing in that, right? He's amazing.
Michael Parks.
Okay, boom, awesome. That doesn't even sound familiar, but I'm going to go with it because I have no idea. So Michael Parks was amazing. And it seemed like, scenes with him were like super dramatic, like well acted, good quality. Then the Justin Long dude that did the Apple commercials,
I like Justin Long.
I do too. Or I should say I used to. He was like the biggest I don't know if it was just the mustache. Maybe it's like hair on somebody's head can really change my opinion of somebody, But I don't know if it was his mustache. But he was fucking annoying. He was like this, and his girlfriend was way too hot for a fucking podcaster, a geek podcaster, to have a hot girlfriend. No way. Like, that's Kevin Smith going, like, writing, like...
Kevin Smith's wife's pretty hot.
Kevin Smith is a famous director. He didn't start out podcasting, okay? This guy is just like, he's supposed to be... It's Kevin Smith writing himself
Justin Long
like he
banked
knows.
Some pretty good tail.
Agreed, but not acting like this. Like, his character, it was just super fucking annoying, bro. It was annoying.
You weren't acting like this asshole was.
And then it was like, so it went from like goofy, overacting comedy to serious drama. And it's like, I don't know if he's trying to be funny or if he's just acting horrible versus this guy acting. It's like, it was super confusing. And then they had cutscenes to his hot girlfriend who's cheating on him with, spoiler alert, for a shitty movie that, I mean, it's not a crazy spoiler as the spoilers for this shitty fucking movie, but she's banging his co-host who happens to be I See Dead People, and he's like,
he's all fat in that movie, right?
Yeah, I didn't even recognize who he was until I almost towards the end of the movie, because I lost track of all the different, or I got done doing all the other things on my phone while this movie was going on. It was annoying. And then it's like, oh, that's Haley Joel Osment, like taller and like chubby.
Well, yeah, but what's that fat makeup? Because I had seen
it looked like it, but it's just like I haven't seen him since he was a fucking kid, so I could see him.
No, I've seen pictures of him. Like, he got in a little bit of trouble there for a minute.
Well, child star.
A couple years ago. No, like he might have got hit for possession one time, or maybe a DUI. Mm-hmm. But I remember like a mugshot of him. He was just a regular kid.
Yeah, I don't know. He was. I mean, it didn't look like makeup, but if it was makeup, by far the best makeup in the whole fucking movie.
Oh, then maybe he's just fat kid now.
He's just a fat kid.
His head got fat though. It was like a real fat head.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't know. He's just like, it doesn't look proportional, so I could understand why it would seem like makeup. But like, it would have had to have been really good makeup for like a side character for no point. Like, at no point did they like address his size at all. So, and he was fucking the main character's girlfriend. But it's just like, so it was like a blend of like 3 different tones of movies all in one movie. And it's like, and then, should I spoil it? Do you want to hear? I
don't give a... Johnny Depp's in the movie, I know
which
that.
Which he was unrecognizable, which is like, I don't understand. And that makeup, they just put like, a lot of shit over him. And he had like his weird. I don't like Johnny Depp anymore. Fuck Johnny Depp. After this, is like, I'm done. Stop doing that. Just like stop being like Captain Jack Sparrow adjustments in every fucking movie you're in now. This movie I hated so much, man. I hated Tusk. It hurt my feelings. Because I like Kevin Smith.
But you know what? Here's
he needs.
I guess I'll put it this way. I listen to his podcast a lot, and while I haven't seen it, and I'm gonna take, I've had a lot of good friends that have seen it and been like, ugh, and they love View Askew movies and even Red State and
yeah. I'd be curious to know what you think about it too.
But you know, fuck it, man. He just wanted to make a movie. Him and his friend had a good laugh. He thought he could make it, and really, if you take the timeline of when the idea came up to him writing the script, to them making the movie, to them putting it out, Jesus, it was like a year.
Yeah.
Clearly
clearly
from inspiration. So I think it wasn't well thought out. It was a rushed idea.
Yeah.
He just wanted to do it, and hopefully he redeems himself with this Yoga Hosers movie because it's supposed to be like supposed to make that movie and one more. There's going to be 3 that kind of go together. Oh, Jesus. Moose Jaw or something.
If somehow he can tie it all together, I'm not like giving up.
No, it's not. It's not that they're it's that they're in the same world, like the View Askew world.
Somehow if that world, I don't know. Because it was just like
in Yoga Hosers, he's bringing back his daughter and the other girl who work in the convenience store.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were a super small part, but they...
Exactly. Yeah. So they took a small part from the first one and made a whole second movie almost centered around...
That sounds better.
Those girls.
Just that premise alone is better than the whole movie of Tusk.
The one girl's Kevin Smith's daughter. Well, the other girl is Johnny Depp's daughter, which is why that...
Cool.
Why he was involved in that.
I have... Hopefully, like, their offspring... I'm so tired of Johnny Depp, man. I don't even know the last. It's just with him, and then finding out that he was this shitty character. It's like, I don't know who this is, and then it's like is that Johnny Depp? And then I looked it up.
Wasn't he like a French Canadian inspector or something? Or?
Yeah. It's a horrible accent. And it's just horrible. I mean, it's horrible makeup too. You know, it's just like giant mustache stuck to his. You know, it's like that's why if they did a fat suit for Haley Joel Osment, that would be so confusing. But I don't know, man. Justin Long. I've seen so many movies of his. I like him. You know, I enjoy. That's why I was like, that's one of the reasons I wanted to give this a chance. I really like Red State. This movie is nothing like Red State except for that actor. Amazing actor. If they had just chosen like a tone for the movie, like if they just went super serious, you know, which he can do, then that would have been an amazing movie. If he just went super campy, probably would have been amazing. But I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was confused, not because of like good writing and the story is keeping me on the edge of my feet. It's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be like. I have to be in a certain mood to watch certain movies, you know? And when I'm going from like serious drama to like super cornball comedy, I like both of those separately. But when you start blending them together, it's just like, I don't. And then, you know, this is like horrible. It hurt me. But, all
right, Stutters, we get it. You didn't like it.
I did not like it. I was so pissed. Fuck Kevin. Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
But whatever, man. He took a chance. How many
he has
movies
money,
have you made,
dude? Well, if I were to just make a movie, which maybe I'll start doing short films, I don't know, but I would care a little bit about the story and like the structure and just like making a cohesive piece of art.
He's made movies that you love, though.
Agreed. That's why it's offensive that this is like. It seemed like it's like
when a band that you like changes their style on another album, and you're like, I don't like that shit.
No, because I liked Red State, and that was different than everything he's done before.
Yeah, all right, but that happens with bands too, where they'll make one album that's a little different.
I get it.
Like I know a lot of people that were like, I love Metallica, and I even love the Black Album,
Yeah.
But
yeah, that happens for sure.
You don't hear people go, like, besides Robert Garza, who thinks Load is Metallica's best album, which I think he should be stabbed for even saying that.
He's young, bro. He's young. He's
Load! He's like, I was like, I can't, I'm not even a big Metallica fan, and I can't tell you how much that album
I don't even know.
Offends me.
Anyway, I get that
idea. In the same
idea.
way that Tusk offends you.
Well, first off, maybe. Because you haven't seen it yet, so you don't... I mean, it's not like he was like...
I haven't heard anyone say I like it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but I don't think I don't think I don't like it for the same reasons people don't like bands when they change. Because generally, bands just get more poppy and trendy and mainstream. That's why they don't like their change, because they're making more money. This was like, Kevin Smith has money. He likes to do creative things when he's high. He's a new pot smoker. And this, I think, was like, let me see what happens when every step of the process is created completely blitzed for like, I think it was more an experiment of his to see what happens more than it was him trying to, actually make art. Like, I don't know.
How about this?
I don't know.
Kevin Smith made a slew of movies that are legendary for stoners, and he never smoked a bit of weed when he made them.
Yeah.
Then he becomes a giant pothead,
and he's like
makes a movie.
He's like trying to make it for his audience.
Yeah, it's
That's a mistake, bro. That's a mistake.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back would have been a weed-induced movie.
For sure, yeah.
Just blazed out, and what movie do you want to make? Like, fucking Jay and Silent Bob, they go crazy, and they fucking meet up with some Scooby-Doo type people, and they fucking meet up with these chicks, and they're robbing shit, and...
Yeah, like
that's a fucking weed movie.
Yeah.
But he didn't smoke weed then.
Yeah. So maybe now he's like overthinking it. Like he's
Fuck
like,
it, man.
I'm trying to make weed movies. Yeah. I mean, totally. Maybe he'll make a more cohesive movie. I would have loved it to hit. It's like I watched it, even hearing everybody talk shit about it. I watched it still going. People talk shit about Red State, and I ended up loving, it was a really good movie. A lot better than a lot of people. Some people gave it a lot more credit, at least more positive than I heard for Tusk. But it's like, I will try it out. I will watch this movie because I like Kevin Smith. And
I really liked Red State.
I loved Red State. I think it's probably his best movie.
As a movie?
Just the fact that he changed his style completely and did an amazing kind of whatever you'd call it.
If you get Michael Parks and John Goodman in any movie, you're pretty set on what's going to happen.
But it was well made. It was filmed differently. It was a lot more hand camera, running. A lot more action was in that than, two guys standing up against a convenience store. Like most
I really
of his
enjoyed
other movies.
it. And
Me too.
The end was weird.
Yeah, but I loved that it was weird. I loved that part. I loved that it was like, well, let's just have, I don't even remember. It was like the prophecy was actually true or whatever. But I love that. And I loved, there's some of his earlier movies are better than others, but I liked all of his shit. I liked everything he made. That's like, okay, so Tusk.
All right, what are your favorite Kevin Smith movies?
I would say Clerks, just personally, it got me into, that's when I started working at Blockbuster, and my supervisor's like, you need to watch these, like he listed off a bunch of independent foreign movies. And I was working at the movie theater, but I was just seeing what was out at the time. So he's like, you need to watch this. It's Kevin Smith's student film, So it's like,
I actually know it wasn't even a student film because he had dropped out of school to make the movie.
But it was that age, and he funded it himself. Yeah. It was like it was a monumental thing for independent movies at the time. So I watched it, and that was like, that's what you could do. That was inspirational, just seeing what you could do on like a really low budget.
But if you really look at it, it's a great movie. Horrible acting because he's using a lot of his friends.
For sure, yeah. Which they're not good in any of his movies, but that's not really... You don't really see his movies for good acting. You see it for like a funny, wacky storyline with a lot of cameos and like, you know, it's a fun movie, right?
So you're saying Clerks is your number one. All right.
Well, Clerks, I don't know what would be my number one. I mean,
I'm saying give me your top five.
I have to look at his
top five.
Top five.
Top five Kevin Smith
if
movie.
I gotta order this shit, hold on, let me look it up real quick.
I could pretty much rattle them off for you.
I know, but I don't want to. If I'm gonna have to order them, put them in order.
I can give it to you in order.
Then. Do yours then. Jesus Christ.
No, I was just saying I can name all the movies.
Oh well, yeah. No, I mean I'm talking about like what top five are yours?
Top five. We'll go number one. Dogma. Number two. Mallrats. Number three. Clerks 2. Number 4, Clerks 1.
Jesus Christ. Top 5 is like...
There's too many. Yeah, it should have just made it top 3. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, number 5 is Red State.
Okay. Okay, so Clerks, yeah, I'll do Clerks number 1. I'll do Red State number 2. Dogma number 3. It's because I was working at the movie theater at the time, so that was like, yeah. Chasing Amy.
Ugh.
I like that one. Where am I at? That's 4. So 5. Probably Mallrats. Or maybe James.
I actually just rewatched that today, and it's one of my favorite movies of all times. I've owned the DVD forever. I had the VHS back before DVD.
But his movies have never been about good acting. Like I know
that's one of the best acted of his early movies.
Mallrats?
By far. Yeah. But listen to the dialogue and how like even Kevin makes fun of himself now for how fucking wordy.
Oh yeah.
Like the guy's like a thesaurus, but you just like the conversations these characters have with each other.
Yeah. They're not realistic
no one
dialogue.
Has ever.
Yeah.
I can't express myself monosyllabically enough for you to understand, Brody says to Ben Affleck. I don't know what that fucking means, and I've never heard anyone use it in a goddamn sentence, let alone, there's so many of those. Just little snippets, but that was part of what I loved about that movie was it was such a smart comedy.
Well, there's movies where like there's screenwriters that or directors, I guess it'd be the screenwriters that have a certain language that they use that people are fans of, like Tarantino has a way of writing in his stuff. Like there's certain people that make movies that kind of have their voice. He definitely had his kind of voice of like nerd over analyzing, conversations. Like
he was going to the last page of the thesaurus on every face. Like I can't express myself.
He wasn't recalling conversations
stupidly?
That he had.
What? Yeah. What is another word for that? Yeah. And you're like,
it's well
monosyllabically enough.
Yeah. It's well written for sure. I mean, or overwritten. It's
overwritten.
Yeah.
But in a great way.
I just gotta say, the funny parts of Tusk weren't reminiscent of his funny movies.
Dude, those were like 20 years ago.
I understand that. It was probably, we'll have another discussion when you see it.
Fucking Korn doesn't make the same type of music that they did 20 years ago. But and I really like that shit back then.
Are they trying to make the same music? Are they like trying to do callbacks to like what they used to make?
I think they are.
Maybe.
Everyone's trying to re-grab a hold of it.
Different than music though, because it's a visual. It's like it has that written kind of aspect. It's just, you got to watch it, man. It was disappointing. Like there were so many parts of it that were like, it's like I wish I could make excuses for it. You there? Uh-oh. Jesus Christ, fucking internet. Man. And Keith got disconnected. You there, Keith? Mother bitch. Kevin Smith hacked my internet, I think. This is disappointing, people. Da da da. Anyway, go to while I try to reconnect with Keith here. Just get the sponsors out of the way. Go to robgtv.com. Check out the t-shirts that represent both the Union and the Culture High. 2 amazing documentaries. Get the shirts. And Keith is back. No video yet. But use coupon code RAY and use 20% or get 20% off when you buy those shirts. And we're back. Are you back, Keith?
Yeah, I'm back. Turn your video on.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Everything just froze up.
Kevin Smith, I think, is not. You think he's the Illuminati, bro? Shut us down,
dude.
Love Kevin Smith.
We were just giving him props.
Anyway, let's move on from Tusk. Let me know what you guys. I really want to hear. We need to revisit this whenever you get around to seeing that movie. Then I also saw the Tom Cruise Edge of Tomorrow, which everybody on the other end. It's not a movie that I was really interested. It looked interesting when I saw the trailer when it first came out, but then there was a lot of positive energy.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck it, another free rental from Redbox, and watch that. And I was like, thank you. This is an amazing movie. Restored my faith in filmmaking.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You fucking devil.
Are you a Tom? Because I found the reason why I wanted to even rent it was because a friend of mine is a Tom Cruise hater through and through. He will not even watch any. Like, I'm like, he's done good movies, but he's like, I can't stand him. He told me, he's like, I rented this Tom Cruise movie and it was actually really good. I was like, holy shit! So I got to watch this. So that was the catalyst that a hater of his was like, man, you should actually.
I'm definitely not a Tom Cruise admirer, but
I like
Tom Cruise has done some decent movies. Like, all right, movies, I'm not into the Mission Impossibles.
Okay, none of them, because they've changed tonally over. Like,
I gave up on them, so I don't know enough about them after the first couple.
Okay, so the last one was good. That was one of them that I recommended to my friend, and he's like, nah. All right. So Tom
Vanilla
Cruise,
Sky and Eyes Wide Shut were both pretty good movies.
I never got into Eyes Wide Shut. Vanilla Sky was crazy. Did you ever see Magnolia? Where he plays like the misogynist.
Steel Magnolias, I've seen that.
Nah, not that. That's for women.
Julia Roberts got diabetes and shit.
Oh, jeez. That's not good. Type 1 or type 2. She have to
get us some orange juice.
Yeah. But yeah, Magnolia was fucking probably his best acting. It wasn't him running a lot.
Dude, Legend's one of my favorite movies from the 80s.
Fuck yeah, man. That one is like, I haven't watched that in so long. I think I have like the collector's edition DVD.
I do too, and I just watched it not too long ago.
Yeah.
Some of the best fucking special effects makeup, especially for the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tim Curry is Darkness.
That was,
or what people would say is
demon.
The devil. He's not the devil.
Yeah.
But
he was
the fucking best devil makeup I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking just everything. It was like, I mean, I think they filmed it kind of soft so they could get away with more, but that also fit because it was like a fantasy. Like, that came out, that was like Willow. Willow reminds me of that.
No, Willow was like fucking 6 years past that.
Yeah, but still, it was like...
in the same vein
like
of movies,
yeah.
but I'm
still
saying
way better. Yeah.
That fucking, it's a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, if we have any younger listeners, because I'm sure that's not... I never see that on TV or anything.
I know. I wonder if it's on Netflix. It's probably not on Netflix. It's probably on like Amazon Prime or some shit. They usually get some kind
Legend, not I Am Legend, which is a goofy Will Smith movie.
Yeah, that was probably the movie I checked out on Will Smith. Oh, shit. Keith checked out on this show. Fucking internet. Fucking internet. What the fuck, man? This is ridiculous. Fucking technology herpes. I was just thinking about it today, that it's been forever since I've had issues with my shit not working. Now it's just not working all the time. I'm trying to call Keith back. So anyway, go buy those shirts. robgtv.com. Coupon code RAY for 20% off. Dude, it happened again.
I know.
This is ridiculous. I was just thinking actually today. I was like, man, it's been so long. Like, I remember when
it was a problem all the time.
Yeah, fucking all the time. And it's been so long.
Thanks for thinking that, dick face.
Yeah, totally. Jinx works. I don't know.
Because you've been skipping, like, your picture goes widescreen, then it goes full screen, then it goes widescreen, and then all of a sudden it'll fucking stop. Stop it. You move shit around.
Man, I know.
I told you not to move shit around.
I'm going to be moving a lot more shit around, bro.
Stop moving your shit around.
I'm not going to be moving this shit around, but I'm going to be moving everything. I was looking at fucking minivans today.
Pick it up all as one piece and don't fucking move shit.
I can't. That's why I kind of made it smaller. It could go smaller than this. Like,
that's what she said.
No, she never says that. She says the other way. She says it the other way. She never says, you can go smaller. She's like, man, can't you go bigger?
So yeah, Legend's a good movie.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just like, what was like the train? What were we talking about though? We went from.
You were talking about your Tom Cruise movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I was talking about Tom Cruise has done some good movies.
True. Yeah.
Even though I don't like Tom Cruise as
I do not.
Maybe a person.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm willing to overlook it, you know?
Top Gun. Fuck you if you don't like Top Gun.
Keith will fuck. He's got the Iceman haircut right now.
I watched the fucking volleyball scene and fuck you in the ass for not liking Top Gun.
Oh man, but that's Val Kilmer. I mean, come on. That's like the cutest,
Iceman.
The cutest Val Kilmer's ever been.
That is definitely the cutest Val Kilmer's ever been.
You know what's crazy? You ever seen the movie Heat? Amazing movie. Okay. I mean, Amazing is like one of those movies where they had a lot of big actors, Pacino, De Niro, before they both checked out as fucking artists, and then Val Kilmer before he started gaining weight. But there's a scene in Heat where he's like sleeping in like an apartment, like no furniture, or he's like laying down, he's getting up, but he has this like gigantic, like tennis ball size lump on his elbow. Nobody talks about that, Keith. I think it's the Illuminati.
What the fuck?
I don't know. We were talking about. I mean, I guess we did say Willow.
Have you ever seen The Salton Sea?
Amazing movie.
Love
movie.
Fuck yeah. Creepy, weird movie that no one's seen.
That's when I was starting to getting to like I saw a fucking Kevin Smith independent movie. Then it was like I started watching all kinds of independent movies, and that one was one of them. And it was like. So good, man. Like that one was like
black drug dealer that was fucking methed out and shit. Thought he saw a tiny fucking army man or
under the bed, the mattress. Yeah. Oh, it's like I was like trying to remember. That's such a fucking crazy movie. That's where I learned about meth. They had like this is like, meth was created by, World War II by the Nazi or by, the Nazis and then the kamikaze pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, whoa, it was like a history. It was like what Joe Rogan did when when Joe Rogan started doing his podcast. That's like, I learned about weed. Like, this is like, I learned about meth, but I never got into meth. So, because they didn't make it seem like it was a cool drug. It wasn't the same storyline.
That movie was really good. And
fucking
great. I never hear anyone talk about that movie. It was kind of a cult movie for a little bit, but I felt like it really fucking fell off.
Yeah, it did have, I don't know. I remember talking about it a lot when it came out. That was like early 2000s, mid 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, it was like right around the same time SLC Punk came out.
Another good one. not as good, but that was like the best role that dude's been in.
Oh yeah.
Although Without a Paddle was pretty funny. That was a pretty funny.
No, fuck that movie.
That was
You
pretty
like
funny,
that
man.
shit?
I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember like as just a goofy kind of like I don't know. I liked it.
Him, Seth Green, and Dax Shepard.
Yeah, I know. It was fucking way better than Tusk. Let's put it that way. Way better than fucking Tusk. I've like enjoyed rewatching that movie on occasion. Where Tusk is like, man, I might revisit it 10 years from now. It's like, man, maybe my tastes have changed. And I don't really remember it that much. I just remember hating it. Like, I'll revisit movies sometimes. You know,
have you ever seen the movie Highway? With Jared Leto and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Highway?
It's called Highway.
I think so. When did
it
come
fucking
out?
Great. It's they're both young actors. It's set in Vegas at first, around the time Kurt Cobain died. And Jared Leto's this fucking pool cleaning dude, and he fucks this mob boss's wife and gets caught. And then him and Jake Gyllenhaal go on the run, and they're heading up to Seattle. It's a fucking great movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
No, I've never heard anyone talk about that.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. But they're good
actually,
actors, though.
you can look it up on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And the whole movie's on there.
Okay. Highway.
It's one of those movies.
Okay. One of those movies you can watch for free on YouTube.
Yeah, where even whoever made it's like, I ain't going after Netflix or YouTube.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like whatever, you can show it.
That's where
just hope someone sees my shit and hires me.
Yeah. That's cool though. I love, man, independent movies, like you'll see some original fucking shit. Like original stories, great acting. It's just sometimes it's slow. Sometimes they're like really weird.
Like Troll Hunter.
Troll Hunter. I mean, Troll Hunter is kind of different because it was action, but it was good. The way they made it, like low budget, was they didn't have a whole lot of CGI scenes in it. They kind of saved those for certain moments.
Saved that all that nut up for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
I was surprised.
It wasn't that bad for an independent movie either.
No, not at all.
Hey, they kind of look like real trolls.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know what the budget is on that. But then there's movies like Primer. Have you ever seen Primer? Amazing. It's like it was another one of those movies that were like talked about because of how low the budget was. Like it was written and directed by this like genius dude. He's like an engineer or some shit, and he wanted to do a movie. So they funded it for like $7,000. Yeah, $7,000. Yeah, it's a time travel kind of one. It's not. I mean, it's well done, but it's kind of confusing once they start.
It's so fucking
layering.
Confusing, dude.
But it was like for how low it was made for like $7,000.
Dude, all I know is like I would have had to watch that movie. Like it was all right movie, and I watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
But to understand it, that's one of those movies is I would have to own it and watch it probably 20 times, and it wasn't a movie. Like I've watched Donnie Darko 20 times to try to understand it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I still don't know what the fuck it's about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's but it's
if
it's
anyone
still
can
well
explain
made
Donnie Darko to me, please tweet me at Keith Spurlock 1 and explain that shit because I don't get it. Robert Kelly is a decent director. I like some of his other movies too, but he kind of fell off.
Yeah. That L.A. Land? What fucking... Some movie he did, which wasn't that bad, but that was kind of the one where he fell off.
Domino was pretty good.
Yeah. Wait, was that him? Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to watch... I think I've only watched Donnie Darko a couple times. Definitely, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Sequel to it.
Oh, well, yeah, that's, I don't have any desire to see a sequel. Unless it's like the same people.
It wasn't Robert Kelly.
Yeah, that's just that's a studio going like, it's got an underground following. We're going to make this much amount from the fans just because it is a sequel. So, like, let's throw anybody into it. But, yeah, I should rewatch that. There's so many movies. I used to rewatch movies a lot. I had a DVD collection, so it was just like, what am I gonna watch? Go through that before Netflix. Now it's just like, what new? Like, I just want to watch.
What
new
haven't
shit.
I watched?
Yeah. Well, it's like I want to watch new shit too. You know, it's like so rare that I revisit old shit. Like I haven't seen like Salt and Sea in fucking forever, but I've watched that like 10 times easily.
With me losing my internet recently, I've had to go back to my DVD collection, and so
I should ship you out my DVD collection. It's like about what Netflix has.
It's
probably costs a lot though.
My old roommate left he's got like almost 1,000 DVDs.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that.
And so I've got all that to choose from, plus what I had. So I've got movies to choose from.
Yeah.
What I've been getting into is like, all right, he has the whole Indiana Jones collection. Mm-hmm. So I watched that in a row. Or all the Star Wars. I watched that in a row. Or all the Aliens. I watched that in a row.
That's cool. That's how I used to buy DVDs, buy collections. It's like,
it's a good way. I mean, they used to make good movies that made other movies. Now that doesn't seem to happen. Although Avatar's making 3 more movies.
Yeah, I just hope. I don't know. Like, I'm curious to know what the stories are going to be for these other movies for Avatar. You know.
And James Cameron's the king of the sequel. I just don't know if it's a sequel to his own movie.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. That's like
he never made Titanic 2, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. But movies are made differently now, man. Like ever since like the Harry Potter movies and the Lord of the Rings, those were like the first times they like, oh, let's film all of these right after each other.
Yeah, but those were all that shit was already written out.
Yeah, but nobody had ever done that.
Than like making a movie.
Yeah, but nobody had ever done that before in movies, where they film like all of the like trilogies together. Like Star Wars wasn't done like that. Indiana Jones wasn't done like that.
Was done like that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter were like the two like franchises.
Harry Potter they didn't shoot all at once. That kid got fucking old as shit.
That's right. They didn't do that, but they kept all the
same
same
actors. And there's like 8 movies.
Yeah. No, it was, okay. Yeah, Lord of the Rings was the first one, and then
they're doing the next 3 Avatars all at once.
Yeah,
they're doing.
Well, they did
the Hobbits all at once,
which I have no desire to see those.
I saw the first one. I really liked it. Yeah. So, but I like that. The Hobbit's one of the only books I've ever read.
The trailer for the last one looked shitty. Like just the CGI looked like fucking ridiculous. Like you got that much money and you're doing that kind of shitty CGI.
You make it better, Ray. You make it better.
Listen, he made it better. First 3 Lord of the Rings looked 100% better than that shitty trailer. But still better than Tusk.
Fucking hater, bro.
At least better than Tusk. Yeah.
It's hating on everybody. Like fuck Peter Jackson, fuck Kevin Smith.
Right. Fuck it. They're so rich.
Fucking Ray Taylor's time.
I do nothing. Me hating on them is like nothing to them. That's like a fart in the woods 3,000 miles away. Like it doesn't
fucking
affect
Ray Taylor's
them
time
at all.
Up in here, bitch.
My views on their art are like whatever. It's like they're not worried about me, which is fine. I don't hate on them as people. I just think
I hate you, Peter Jackson.
I think they're slipping as artists. That's what I'm saying.
You were fat and then you got skinny. Yeah. Quitter.
I'm on my way up. They're on their way down. They just have a lot more money to spend.
Yeah.
I will have nothing.
On their way down, they're sliding down a giant pile of money.
They wipe their ass with more money than I will have.
You're right now holding on to a hot air balloon by your pinky. You're like,
I'm
going up!
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. But I'm going up, so fuck them. Go in the right direction.
Sometimes you can hold on with that pinky. Other times you fall 1,000 feet to your death.
I mean, that's why I want to get the like automatic parachute suit going, so I can just be saved.
That sounds weird.
For when I literally start floating with a balloon tied to my pinky.
All right, so I heard something on a podcast.
No, you didn't.
Just earlier today.
No way.
It fucking blew my mind, and I never thought about it. But all right.
What podcast was it? Give him credit.
Well, it was the Skeptic Tank,
All right.
Zari,
Okay.
and Godfrey was the guest.
Oh, I haven't listened to that one yet. Damn it.
It's good.
I was like, yes, maybe I've heard it. Nope. Okay.
It's good, and it's at one point I forget who brings it up, but I never thought of the fact that, all right, say both of your parents are half black and half white, and you're born. What are you?
You're half black and half white.
I'm a 16th.
No, I'm
Cherokee.
half black, half white.
You would still be half black and half white, right?
Yeah.
That's just fucking weird. Like, I don't know why that blew my mind. Like, I never thought
2/4 black and 2/4 white.
Yeah, like I just never thought of like how that actually broke down, because you always hear people be like, "Oh, I'm like, I'm this on this side, and I'm like so far removed," and just to be like, what if they were both kind of mixed the same way, and then they just had a kid?
I mean, at some point, it's going to be difficult to even break it down like that, you know? Because even the white, like the half black, half, I mean, I'm sure both of them, there's like, it still branches
there's some
off,
sprinkled in both sides.
But it's like, that's, I mean, here's the thing, Keith. You weren't wrong. 2/4 black, 2/4 white is still equal to half black, half white. Like math. That's just math. So you're not wrong. You're just dividing shit a little bit more than you need to. You're working too hard on this math problem.
No, what I'm saying, it just blew my mind. I never thought of that, and I was like,
"That's crazy."
Oh, you would still be half and half, wouldn't you?
That's so amazing. That blew your mind. That's
fucked up.
That's so awesome.
I just never thought of it like that, or I don't know why that just stood out so much to me.
Because you don't say you're half white, half white.
No, never.
So it's like it's basically the same thing.
Like, I'm a half and half mixed with half and half. What is that?
I mean, you're just I'm a fucking mutt, dude. I'm still like researching my whole 23andMe thing, my DNA. And I'm like from like one of the first things they do, they actually tell you on the website is like where your ancestry is from. So it's like all like UK, Ireland, like Northern Europe. And
yeah, you're white.
Yeah. Like I'm like 3% Italian, but it's all from like Northern Europe, like UK and Europe and Northern European, which you know.
Really?
I was like, fucking Uganda, bro. Come on.
You're like, where's my India at?
This shit's gonna grow, man. This shit's gonna grow. Yeah. So, but then it's like, it's just so, and they break it down and like generalize, like this is what they kind of think the people are from versus like these are just the base, you know, kind of general like things, areas. Like they get more defined as far as whatever. But
yeah, I don't know. You just like totally trailed off on that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
You know, from the
I'm trying to figure out how to explain it from visual to like words, and it just didn't work. I don't have it like, if I saw it, I'd be able to break it down better, but it's like I just kind of looked at it. I'm more concerned with like, you know, fucking
am I gonna get
Alzheimer's. I kind of went over it in general, like, and it's a lot of it's like, you know, Alzheimer's, mood swing, B12. I have problems absorbing B12, some other shit too, but it's all like and my mom's mom had Alzheimer's, so it's like I know that's a thing potentially, so it's like okay, so it's still potential. I don't know, I have to do more reading. But,
no one in my family lives to 80, so
yeah, I don't know. But nothing was like,
I don't need a test. I don't need an expensive test to tell me that I'm gonna get cancer.
Yeah, nothing said like, I don't think anything said cancer unless like not being able to utilize B12 efficiently. I think that's more energy. But it was like a lot of shit that you know, I kind of figured anyway. But like now I guess I'll know more the more I read into it. But it's like, I don't know, there's nothing that says cancer that I've seen, which is cool.
I heard
but that doesn't necessarily mean what's that?
Into the asshole. B12 injections into the asshole.
Oh, asshole.
The only way to asshole.
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 Are you saying that
Directly into the asshole with the injection, you'll
what kind
absorb it
of
every time. B12.
what are kind of forms of B12 you can get? Like, does that just have
They
to be
B12 shot.
okay in the
Yeah.
asshole?
In the asshole.
I mean, needles are pretty small, so I probably wouldn't even feel it. I mean, I could go a
No,
little bit
we're
bigger.
getting a big needle for you.
Oh, we are getting a big needle for me? Is this
Me
like
and the doctor have already talked
this is
about
like
that you need shots directly,
and we can give it
anally injected shots every day.
oh, Jesus. Well, I guess I could get drunk every night, pass out, and then, we can
And then
laugh
what?
about
Wake
it.
up to some dude jamming a needle into your asshole?
We can laugh
That sounds
about
like
it.
the worst hangover ever.
You wouldn't feel it, bro. Like, I mean, I guess if it's a really giant, like, quote unquote needle, like if you're talking needle like a needle dick, like, but like big dick, like a cock size.
You're talking about the type of needle that they drained my knee with, which is, if you could think of like if Wile E. Coyote was holding an Acme needle, like the size of what it would look like.
So sharp.
It's about that. The doctor comes in with this needle under his arm like a fucking football,
Okay.
and then he just jams it in your knee and then pulls the plunger out. And it's weird.
Is that
But
where
I'm talking
B12
about that.
comes
That's
from?
how big the needle's going to be
All
when
right.
we're jamming B12 up your asshole.
I mean, it's sharp though, so it's like.
No, we can.
Is that gonna
It
pierce
can be
through?
rounded. It doesn't have to be a sharp needle.
Oh, so
But it's got.
okay.
It's just got to have.
So it's
an
gonna be
opening.
like those porn videos.
It's gonna be like a dildo with a hole through it.
yeah, it's gonna be those
that we
porn videos where they shoot B12 all over those girls' faces.
all over those girls.
So B12 is kind of like vanilla pudding.
It's the sun's semen.
Sun semen. That's D, vitamin D. Isn't that vitamin D?
I don't know. It's all B12 to me.
Okay. I probably have issues with vitamin D too, I'm sure. Since I'm so white.
Fucking living. God damn it! I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
You're like, I don't know why. I just fucking I don't
know.
process the sun right.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's right outside all the time.
Yeah, but I can't go out there. Like I'd be fired if I was outside all the time.
I have to, on top of this hoodie, I have to put a coat and then a hat and then gloves on
Yeah.
to walk
Yeah.
back to my house.
No, I get it. No, I'm just saying like I work
I'm not saying
during the
it's
day.
cold.
I wake up and I walk and
Something
I
doesn't
go to
really
work.
come out.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, bro. I get it. But that's like your location. That's where you're at. It's not surprising that you live in Ohio. That's what you're going to have to do. This isn't news. The haircut, on the other hand, is news because apparently it's been chilly inside your bunker until today. Where you're like, I'm just going to let my hair swing away.
Here, let me fix it.
Way better. Now you're trying to be Mike Maxwell. With my mustache and your hair.
Wait, this. Oh man, one of my horns
like a
fell.
Unicorn. You're like the dude from fucking.
Legend.
Yeah, there you go. Kept thinking Willow. No, you're more like
It
that.
does look right.
Yeah.
No,
No. For the audio listeners, you're lucky.
no one
Good
cares.
job. Good choice. Good choice.
Stop listening now.
You don't
I'm not
want
gonna
it.
say
You
anything
did
funny
not.
anymore.
Yeah, I know. So those UFC fights, huh?
Yeah, the one I saw.
Well, Conor McGregor won.
He beat up that Dennis Silva guy.
Yeah. Did it decisively. Looked
Yeah, he
good.
just like beat him up.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a guy just bullying some other dude.
Did you see the clips of him jumping over the fence and yelling
Getting
at
it
Jose
face?
Aldo? Yeah, that looked kind of weird. I mean, when he like saw where he was and he ran over there and jumped over the fence, that all looked legit. But then when he hopped over, he's like he gave the security guard a hug and then he's like looked at the other dude and they like both held him back.
I saw the best meme ever, which was like a picture of Conor McGregor yelling, and then it was a picture of the Mars Attacks.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you see that one?
Yeah. That was the only movie I've been at where the fire alarm was pulled. But it was kind of like a good B movie. I don't know if I've ever watched it since that.
They have a shitload of that's all cameo movie.
Yeah. Still better than Tusk.
I'm telling Kevin, God damn it.
Do it, man. Do it. I'm sure I'm not the first person.
Fat friend that I need to protect.
I want to know what you think about it. I really want to know what Vicky Pezza thinks about it because she worked with him. So I'm curious to know if she has any previous bias for working with the dude.
When did she work with him?
She worked with him on...
Was I not paying attention to one of these podcasts?
I think it was on the first podcast she was on with Dennis. Freaking Justin was the co-host. Dennis.
Was there a Dennis?
No, there's no. I work with a guy named Dennis, and I don't know why I said his name. I used to work with Justin, but
because there was the dude before Justin, but I don't. Derek.
Well, he was not. They both started. I had two co-hosts when we first started.
All right. Well, I knew it was a D, so
but yeah, so
that just confused me.
Thank you for trying to help me explain my retardation, Keith. It's been filled with Jesus. So Justin, Vicky Pezza, and we talked about her IMDb and all that kind of shit. She did. She did commercials.
I just talked with her about vats filled with semen.
Yeah, no, we've raised the bar as far as quality of entertainment over the years. Okay, Keith. Like I am not ignorant to the fact that we've grown as podcasters.
Like, so I see that you worked on so and so. How was that? We're like, how much money would it cost you?
That's where we're at now because she hasn't worked for Kevin Smith in a while.
To totally degrade yourself.
It may have been I don't know. I think it was before she moved to LA or when she moved to LA. One of those times.
She's kicking it down in Red Bank with her. I can't
remember.
Other fucking.
I feel bad, but she worked with him, so it's like I'm
Jersey
curious to
Jews.
know. Yeah, it may have been Jersey Girl. I don't think it was though.
Oh,
I don't think it was. It may.
Let's
have been.
talk about.
All right,
like wait.
Bob. Oh no, what?
Is Tusk worse than Jersey Girl?
I've never seen Jersey Girl.
Neither have
I.
So that was a trick question. I'm glad you answered correctly.
I have gay tendencies, but I don't watch gay. That's not just insulting gay people.
But you already put Chasing Amy in your top 5. Yeah, but
that was
that's a gay movie.
No, well, it's a lesbian movie. It's not. It's different. Gay women are that's
only if they're lipstick, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can be the butch kind. The butch kind is like, man, I don't want to look in a mirror, bro.
Ah, yo.
Yeah.
Why are you so angry?
If I can find a comparable movie to Tusk, I will throw it out there. But no desire to see that movie. Fuck J-Lo, and I'm not a big Affleck fan, even though he hasn't done that many bad things, but he's always a guy that's rubbed me the wrong way. And I think we talked about this shit on the show.
Hey, I really like Dogma.
Yeah.
I like Rats.
Yeah.
I like Dazed and Confused.
For sure. But he's not he's like.
These are all movies Ben Affleck is in.
Yeah, but he's not like the lead. I've liked him in.
Argo's a good movie.
Yeah, I know. He's done some good shit. But he's not like.
Just the ones I've named there.
Yeah.
There are some other actors that they're popular, but I couldn't give you that many movies where I was like, yeah, I like that movie. They were in that.
I mean, Armageddon.
Armageddon's not a bad movie. I just really hate the Aerosmith song.
He wasn't good in it. He was kind of. It was I mean, that was probably the movie's fault, but he was in the fucking movie. He's chosen some. I don't know. Whatever.
Hey, let's go through all our podcasts and see which ones are fucking winners and losers.
We
got a slew of fucking losers up in there.
Yeah, but we're at 160 something podcasts. He's done 20 movies. I think majority.
He's not running those 20 movies. He's not editing those 20 movies.
No, but he
was just in front of the camera and got directed.
Yeah.
And wait, at the end of a scene, no matter how shitty it was, the director goes, "We got it. Let's move to the next one." So the director could have went, hey,
yeah,
that was fucking horrible. Don't ever do that again.
yeah.
But instead he went, that's fucking brilliant.
Oh, what's the blind superhero one?
Daredevil.
Yeah. I couldn't watch that one. 10 minutes. Once he got on the teeter-totter, I was like, fuck this movie. Fuck you, Ben Affleck. Fuck this movie. Fuck superhero movies. Like, that scarred me.
Is that why you hate superhero movies?
No, I was kind of over superhero movies before that.
That was like one of the first ones. How could you have been over it before then?
I wasn't like into them
really before that.
Like even when Spider-Man was coming out, it was like it was good, but it's like okay, now there's more. Like they just kept doing more. That's when the superhero craze came back with Spider-Man, and it's like okay, now this is going to be movies for. And it has been. There's been some good ones.
Spider-Man, they did Daredevil, they did.
There's like Fantastic Four came out around the
Fantastic Four.
I mean, there was like
both Ghost Rider movies suck.
Yeah,
I liked the Fantastic Four movies. But
I wasn't a big fan of the last Spider-Man. Well, not the third one, I should say, of the Tobey Maguire ones. It was a piece of shit.
Maguire third.
It was a piece of shit. I don't even know if I watched all of that one. But it's just like, I get it. It's just, I didn't...
Stops watching movies. You're the only person, like, people say that shit all the time.
Yeah.
But no one actually just...
You never put on a movie on Netflix and then you're like, I don't want to watch this, and turned it off?
Yeah, but it's never I've done fucking a big movie like that. Like, it's always like, I'll sit through the rest of that. No. Like, if I'm that invested, like...
These have all been...
through. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, when I worked at the movie theater and saw movies for free, when I see like I could see any movie I want. I could spend 2 hours seeing a good movie, or I could waste my time. Like I feel like that's what I hate Tusk. I wasted my time because I was like, maybe this is gonna get better. Maybe it's gonna get better. The last time I felt like this,
there were a million signs pointing to don't fucking invest too much in this.
I know.
And then you go, nope.
Yep.
I'm all in. I hope this is great. And then
I didn't pay any money for it.
Not great.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No. It was like I didn't feel like I wasted money.
Get in here. Ray wants to say something to you.
Yeah.
Come on, Kevin.
Yeah. Fuck you, Kevin. I don't want to hear you right now. I don't listen to your podcast either. So because that got fucking annoying
shout
too.
Out Crab Feast on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck them. I've seen a lot of movies, man. Like, I don't like wasting... If it's not a good movie, then I'll turn it off. Or if I'm not in the mood to watch it. Like, if I turn on a movie and it's like, oh, it's a, foreign film. If I'm not in the mood to read subtitles, I'm going to turn that shit off. Agreed.
It's like flipping the channel.
I will turn that off for those reasons for that. But if it's a shitty movie and I'm not into it, I'll fucking turn that shit off, bro.
I've heard of people that say, I walked out of that movie.
Yeah.
If I fucking pay money...
Dude, if it's a really bad movie...
no fucking way that I will sit through that whole piece of shit just so I can critique it all the way through. Just so I can go... I can't go, yeah, I fucking watched the first half hour, but I'm going to judge the entire thing on that.
I don't know. I can't remember. I know I've walked out of movies before, but I was also working in a movie theater, so it's like they were free. But it's like, I don't... Maybe that's where I got the mentality of like, fuck it. If it's like, I mean, with Kevin Smith, I was hoping he was going to tie something together or make it better. And then towards the end, it's like, well, I'm this far, so I might, and I, whatever. But if I'm going to be wasting 2 hours of my time on a piece of shit, yeah. If I feel like after a movie that I just wasted my life, then I don't like that movie. And I've not felt that many times with a lot of shitty movies. But watching Tusk, I felt like I wasted... Like, I've seen some shitty independent movies at film festivals that I've stayed through. Way, way more engaging than Tusk. Like, I was so disappointed. Whatever.
Hey, man, I guess for him, Jersey Girl, Cop Out, which I haven't seen.
Yeah, I don't really even consider... Because he just directed that. He didn't write it. So it's not... I mean, everything else he wrote and directed. That would be like Tarantino.
Does James Cameron write and direct all those movies?
Probably not, but I don't think he would. I don't consider James Cameron makes really good spectacle movie. I don't know.
Does Spielberg write all those movies and direct them?
Well, no, but I'm saying Tarantino does. He does. Fucking Scorsese a lot of the times I think does. I don't know. It's just
The Departed was
it was a remake.
Film
it was a remake.
Adapted.
I get it. Every movie Kevin Smith has made, except for that Cop-Out movie, was written and directed by Kevin Smith. So that was the one time. He's a different director than Spielberg.
He's tried everything, man.
Well, no,
Give him a sports movie next.
That's when he lost. That's when he gave up on Hollywood. Was the Cop-Out? Then he's like, okay, why am I even? He gave up on movies after that, and then he did Red State. And he's like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this.
And then he did Yoga Hosers, and then he's gonna do Clerks 3. And
I
then
hope he comes back and does better work.
Ball.
I'll watch his shit because I've liked more than I've hated from him, but. If the next movie is like this one, then we'll see. Maybe I'll stop. I'll be like, fuck it. I gotta this got to be a resounding. This is an amazing film for me to give. He reminds me of who are those guys? The guys that did the Dumb and Dumber movies, the Farrelly Brothers. Farrelly Brothers made amazing movies. Mid late 90s, dropped the fuck off, and then they kind of did some funny shit in the movie 43, but they haven't made shit funny. All their stuff has been horrible.
I liked Stuck Together.
That was but that was everything that they've made in the last 10 years almost has been shit.
God, you're so hateful today.
No, I'm just saying that, think of
their
their early
did you
movies.
Drink your haterade? Or,
yeah.
Like,
No, I'm just saying that's what it's like. That's even worse. Like that's Kevin Smith could follow that kind of path of just starting to put out shit now. It can happen.
Actually, right. I think it's time to put you in timeout.
Oh, Jesus.
Right so now. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. You put on a song.
All right.
And when I come back.
Okay. What?
Hopefully you've chilled out. Because I think that you're going overboard.
What's a good Kevin Smith song? Okay. Here, I got a perfect one. This is going to change the mood. It's going to be great.
Hi, neighbor. Welcome again to this neighborhood.
All right.
I'd like to show you something.
Listen to this. Okay.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if I press this button. This is a cassette player with a little cassette in here, and there's nothing written on it, so we'll just have to play it to see what it is. Do you ever imagine things? Are they scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever pretend about things like that before? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Imagine every person that you see is somewhat different from every other person in the world. Some can do some things, some can do others. Did you ever think of the many things you've learned to do? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Did you feel like going like that? Let's give the fish some food. Mr. McFeely, I didn't order any whistles. That's what they call a slide whistle. Did you feel like going like that? There are so many things to learn about in this world, and so many people who can help us learn. Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind. You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow.
It was great timing, Keith.
Are you less hateful now?
So good.
Are you my neighbor now?
I love you, Keith. I'm so glad you're my co-host.
Yeah. Because what would you be without me?
More of a monologue type of a show, I think. You know, like a really sad, probably angry Bill Burr.
Be like,
I should do that. Just do a podcast where I just talk shit about a movie I don't like. But then I have to do the second half just as long about good things about the movie too.
Well, you know, the lighting was all right.
Yeah, I mean, it was shot well. You know, there was definitely some really good acting moments in the
I didn't
movie.
once see the boom mic go in the scene.
I didn't notice it, even if it did. I didn't analyze it that much. Yeah.
Oh, Ray.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know anything. How's the cigarette? It's a nice cigarette.
It was good.
A little cold outside.
It's freezing. And I'm out of beer.
Jesus Christ. Well, somebody didn't bring enough.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And they were me.
Yeah.
But I brought 4. I thought that would be good.
It just,
4 in an hour seems a bit much. I might have a problem.
I mean, it's been like an hour and a half about, you know, because we started talking a little bit before. So it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I drank one before I came here.
Oh, well. Fuck you then.
Yeah, I got a problem.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm supposed to be nice. Oh, man, Keith, we need to get you some help, bro.
Fuck it. I'll just go one day. I should be good after that.
Yeah. It's just, that's almost worse, I think. Come on, Keith.
I went to rehab. Yeah, it was for one day. They said I didn't have a problem, so I didn't go anymore.
Technically, you know, I just titled the last episode Rehab, and that's like, I just figured that's like the same shit. I talked about stuff, right? That's what you do at rehab.
That's what I heard.
I'm a professional, you know, podcasting, MMA, same shit. We could do it one day. Nobody has. It's like, yeah, John Jones, Keith Spurlock, the John Jones of podcasting.
Ugh, that's so gross. Like,
I'm kind of glad that the story's kind of it's kind of done.
Yeah, I mean, he did his interview, and it was gross, and it was the same fucking bullshit PC.
Yeah, it was well acted. I'm sure his rehab time was more like acting coaching. I didn't watch it, but it seemed like from the trailer I saw of it, it was very.
He doesn't
rehearsed.
have a cocaine problem. He says he got caught with his pants down, and it just fucking happens. And
wait, how was he doing?
Then he went to rehab, and they told him, "You don't even need to be here, champ. You don't even have a problem." And so I was like, I went home.
He's like, they're right. I am the champ.
Yeah. I'm the champ. And then I poked him all in the eye, and I left.
Yeah. Because fuck it. I needed my distance. Yeah.
But I mean, like I said before, man, him doing coke is not my problem with this whole situation. And the fact that I don't like him probably doesn't help. But it's all about how it was dealt with. It was just so fucking... Like, if you want to know if shit is fucking rigged for the ones who are the best, like, it just shows, like, hey, this dude's above the rest of the
But you can't compare it exactly because it was cocaine and not weed. It's a different comparison.
But I'm saying you can blatantly see that
sucks.
he is above the rules.
Oh, for sure.
He's their biggest.
Yeah.
If it would have been anyone else, like the UFC fined him $25,000. That was their punishment for his code of conduct.
Because it was, the code of conduct thing. It wasn't a fight. It was a pre-camp.
Even though it was only a month out from camp. Like, pre-camp, my ass. Like, everyone's in an 8-week camp. It was mid-camp.
I mean, well, yeah. That's what they said. I'm saying
that's what
they said.
Is the way they described it.
Yeah. So and they fucked up because they tested for fucking recreational drugs.
In the interview, he alludes to the fact that him and his lawyers might fucking try to sue the athletic commission for fucking putting it out there.
Which, it's not like
why rehash it? If you got off this light, just shut the fuck up and fight.
That's probably I could see his manager saying that shit.
Just shut the fuck up about it. Like, don't
a good business decision.
Don't be like, hey,
let it die. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't keep bringing it up. What are you going to be, the patron saint of fucking cokeheads? Like, you're not fucking. No one's going to be like, I fucking do coke every weekend, and it's not a problem for me. Even though a lot of people probably do. I don't have a problem with coke.
Yeah.
Just have a problem with how fucking goofy it looks when you treat everyone that vastly different.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like that's. I don't know. I think it's because it's a legal thing because it's the Athletic Commission in Nevada, so it's like the laws in the United States are fucked up in the difference between coke and weed, which is a problem among within itself. There's schedule you can do
the whole schedule thing. We talked about it before.
I know.
Go get caught with coke and get caught with fucking weed. One, you get a ticket, and maybe not even that.
Yeah.
The other, you fucking get a felony. But I don't care if they've scheduled it fucking Schedule 8.
Yeah.
It's still a felony to get caught with coke.
But there's states that can prosecute it to, like, they're people that get thrown in jail. It's who knows. That's how they're handling
the whole scheduling
thing is fucking ridiculous. But it is
about research on it. That's all that's about.
Yeah. Well, no, it's research. But it's also fucking
one is deemed
old propaganda, so you can still keep cutting down trees instead of. I mean, hemp is still illegal everywhere in the United States. You can't grow hemp in the United States of America.
Yeah,
but
you can.
Smoking weed,
weed's legal. You can.
Okay, but you can't sell it to you can't grow it for as for business use. Otherwise,
you can export it, but I'm pretty sure that you can grow it for your own reasons.
But you can't do it for business. I mean, it's a business. It's a commodity like trees and cotton and shit like that. Doing hemp.
All I know is I had a shitload of friends in my hippie days that were fucking making hemp necklaces they were going out of style.
No, you can get hemp. You can buy hemp out of the U.S.
From Canada, whatever.
It's illegal to grow hemp in the United States. That's where
I get that. Except for in certain states.
Yeah. But not, I mean, anyway. That's
Coke's
the reason
illegal
why
in every state.
Not medically. I mean, you can get coke through prescription from your, in some synthesized fucking.
Nope. They can study it, but it's not even synthesized in any medication.
All right. Well, whatever. It's a stupid argument anyway.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah. It's like we're arguing over why it's
dumb.
stupid.
Like when they say Coke's Schedule 2 or whatever it's supposed to be, it doesn't matter, man. They're still going to fuck you in the ass over it.
But if they wanted to, they could. They have the leverage to do it more with weed. Like they have more of a fight in the legal argument if they wanted to.
No
Cops
way.
have the decision to not worry about it if they don't want to worry about it. But if they wanted to worry about it.
I know plenty of cops that have let dudes go with weed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Coke isn't anyway. Coke, you can't open up a car and smell Coke. You can open up a car and smell this weed.
Maybe you can do that, but I mean, I don't know. If a cop's just opening your door and he pulls out a tray and he goes...
No, but I'm just saying, there's an aroma. You can smell weed from, you walk into a fucking doctor's office in California. You smell
Weed
all the
does
dispensaries.
smell more than Coke, but Coke does have a distinct smell.
Yeah, but it always like has a different effect immediately. I don't know. I've never done Coke, so I don't know.
I was like, what are you talking about? Coke's pretty much the same thing every time. Yeah. There's not a bunch of different strains of Coke.
I'm saying like different than weed. It's in a different when you smell weed versus smelling Coke, it's a different effect when you smell Coke.
Yeah, because usually when you smell Coke, it's going
up your nose. Yeah. I understood the joke, and it's just I felt the need to explain it because you thought I was stupid. Yeah. So, which I know I'm stupid. That's why I'm explaining myself, showing my work, bro. This is the mathematics podcast.
We all saw it.
I know. That's what I do here.
It is.
I over-explain things like Kevin Smith overwrote his dialogue in early movies. Which I didn't feel any overwriting at all. Overacting, for sure. But we're not talking about Tusk.
You're definitely never overwriting the podcast.
No. I mean... So actually, yeah.
We could say you're underwriting.
The fact that if I do make notes for a podcast, that's overwriting for the podcast. Because generally there's no notes or bulletin points. Generally goes better when there's no planning.
If we have decent guests, I'll look up a little something if they've never been on before. But if I know their general gist, I'm like, whatever, we'll talk about.
If there's somebody that we listen to on podcasts, then there's no need. Yeah, I don't know. Probably could have handled certain podcasts better, but whatever.
We're learning. We're young.
I don't think we had. I think majority of our shows are good, even though I don't really listen to them afterwards. But it's like there's only a few shows where I like feel bad after we're done recording. Like we're just like, fuck, man. You know,
we never went to broadcasting school. We're fucking learning on the fly.
There's no fucking podcasting school. If you go to school for podcasting, shoot yourself in the face because you just wasted money.
Podcasting.
I know, podcasting. There's no school for podcasting.
Broadcasting.
Yeah, we're podcasting, though.
I'm going to burn this goddamn computer because your face is on
If you go to school for broadcasting, shoot yourself in the face because you wasted your money. Like, it's a different game. I'm not broadcasting. I'm not using equipment that you'd get at a professional studio.
You should.
If I had the money, that'd be a waste of money, man. I wouldn't have any money. I'd be like broke as fuck if I had to afford actual professional equipment. I get like the cheapest consumer shit off of Amazon. But we never did go to broadcasting school or podcasting school.
So John Jones just passed his fight piss test.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I heard about that already.
Yeah.
They definitely would have had that all over the place and then used it for the promotion of his next fight.
So for the fight, he was not all coked up.
Yeah. And he wasn't on. There was like rumors that he was like had elevated testosterone too. Those weren't. He did not.
It's not really rumors. They double checked it, but his some of his levels were low. I don't understand.
Yeah, but if there was anything, it would be here we go. They'd use it for sure. I mean, it's not like they're covering shit up, you know.
It's not like they wouldn't.
They're gonna use all the just like the fight that happened with him and Cormier, and they use that for their promotion.
Yeah, but see, if he gets busted for for steroids,
that's a different
athletic commission has to put him out for a certain amount of time, which is bad for them. So they would definitely, like, if they had the ability to, like, if the athletic commission is dirty enough that they just take bribes, I don't see why the UFC wouldn't.
Yeah, but like
he's their only. Between him and Rousey, they're the only two super cash cows right now.
Yeah. Well, McGregor, they're putting all their
coming back. If Anderson wins again, he comes back into the mix.
He might. Well,
somehow Nick Diaz beats him. Nick Diaz fucking shoots right up there with fucking.
If Nick Diaz wins, he's gonna fuck it up for himself.
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna let like the promotion.
He'll fail the piss test right after.
You notice that like there's like John Jones just defeated his belt, but there's the drama. All of the money and focus the UFC's been putting on promoting fighters is Conor McGregor. He's like, they're putting all of this money, Fox and UFC, into this dude. And so far
they're
it's doing
fucking
good.
out of superstars right now.
Yeah.
Who's a fucking superstar?
Well, other than John Jones, but there's no exciting.
And Rousey.
Yeah, you think of like Weinman, like he defended his belt. He's a good fighter. But it's
great.
Like he's not,
and he'll probably hold that belt just as long as Anderson did. But he
might
not charismatic and doesn't win in devastating fashion the same way Anderson did.
Kind of like reminds me of
Jose Aldo doesn't speak English.
Yeah,
that's a big deal in the same way that it was with Barao.
Yeah,
TJ's not going to hold that belt that long. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, probably not. Although maybe, but you never know. I mean, it's not.
Mighty Mouse is too nice, and they rarely have fights in 125.
But it's also like the selling effect. Like, not only was Anderson Silva, well, I guess it wasn't him selling fights, but he fought people that sold fights.
Kane's bland.
Kane is boring. Yeah,
and
GSP wasn't very good
as the interim. Another bland guy who's not. I mean, he knows English, Spanish, and Portuguese.
That's a win.
Not charismatic in any of them.
No, but at least he can speak in all of them, which is a plus.
Yeah.
I mean, if Barao and fucking the other
Robbie Lawler, love the guy, not very charismatic at all.
Oh, well, I mean, Matt Brown's gonna win it, but also not charismatic, even though great guy.
No, it's not.
Yeah. But neither was fucking Hendricks.
No.
I don't know anybody in that weight division that's... I mean, even GSP wasn't... No. He was not at all. But I'm rewatching his fights, and it's like he's not... Like, in the cage, like, certain people are, like, dynamic and crazy. Like, John Jones, you see him do stuff you've never seen. You see... Or people, in general, fighters in the octagon. Like, he'll throw moves. Like, you just don't see them. Same thing with Anderson was doing that, like flashy kind of like, bringing something new. But then they also have like the selling aspect of it. GSP was like he's just a really good athlete. He was like the first really good athlete in the UFC. And he was able to, like, he was just fundamentally, he was really like good across the board. But he wasn't throwing crazy shit, Like I can't remember, aside from the jab against that other dude that I don't like. Can't think of his name. No, the jab where he busted the dude's orbital and he couldn't fucking fly home.
Oh, Koscheck,
yeah. Like that, I mean, that was kind of like the only fight where like a move stood out, but it was like he just threw the jab throughout the whole fucking fight. But there wasn't like any crazy that I can think of with him. So yeah, he's kind of a bland.
Yeah, it's which goes back to why they're putting so much money into McGregor's. Just they don't have anyone right now who's. I mean, with Shale gone, some of a bunch of the old guard is leaving now.
Rampage is back, bro.
Crow Cop, they just re-signed Crow Cop today.
Oh Jesus. Crow Cop was a guy, like, I haven't seen his Pride fights, but he was a guy. The first fight I saw was Gonzaga head kicking Crow Cop. That was the first UFC fight I ever saw.
If you have Fight Pass, go back and watch Crow Cop Pride.
They added his fightography, so I'm going to do that. But
but
that was my first
yourself if you're not watching.
For sure, totally agree. But that was the first, like, everybody like leading up in that fight was like Crow Cop head kicks, and then he gets knocked out by a head kick. So that was like my introduction to Crow Cop, and he never really looked good in the UFC.
No, he looked horrible the whole time.
My view of Crow Cop is very negative, but I also know a lot of smarter MMA people like him and have recommend. He's like so it's like I need to watch those fights. There's a lot of older fights.
On him coming to the UFC that I was talking all this shit to other people. I'm like, yo, if you like this dude's kicking people's heads the fuck off. You gotta see this guy, and then all of a sudden he comes over to the UFC and
he's flat.
But again, those Pride days, all those dudes got the fucking juice to the gills.
Yeah, and
it's like in the contract. Hey,
it was
juice.
Slightly WWE, where some guys were like, totally. So it's like, it wasn't the. That's
one fight he fought a dude in a lucha libre mask.
Yeah,
in Pride.
Yeah, well, it's that's I don't know. I should revisit those.
Dude, Pride is the best. Like, it's the best.
I know. But you started watching Pride, right? Was that where you started watching MMA?
I mean, I started like everyone else did. That's our age, and getting one of the first few UFCs on VHS from the video store.
See, no, I didn't. I started way late. Like, I didn't see any UFC till like 2003.
Didn't see them in the video store back in the day.
No, I was watching when I worked at the video store. I don't even think we had them at Blockbuster, because Blockbuster's kind of a religious.
They have them now well, I mean,
there's no Blockbusters.
If there were Blockbusters, they had them now. They have them at Family Videos.
Yeah. But it was just never. I don't know. Like, I was kind of turned off. I always thought of. I guess I never really thought about the UFC. It wasn't in my radar, but I would imagine if I did hear about it and what it was like back then, I probably would have attributed it to, in my head, like a Faces of Death kind of like, because there's no holds barred, no rules kind of thing. And that was like one of the first VHSs I saw was that. But it wasn't until I revisited it like in 2007. And I saw that where it was at then, and like where Crow Cop was, getting his head kicked in by Gonzaga, and like you see the technique is completely different from early days to now, to at that point, and even till now. But that's where I fell in love with it. Guys know how to fight now. Yeah, that's where I fell in love with it. I was like, oh, okay, because I still loved all those early fights. I watched all the early fights, and I loved. I understood it better, I think, or maybe I was just in a headspace. I was more angry, so I was like, fuck yeah. But when I first heard about it, I still heard about it way late. Like, I was so late to the UFC thing. But you weren't. You came in it earlier. For our age group.
I was watching some of the first views, and then like 2006, like pretty much the year that the first Ultimate Fighter came on.
Yeah, I think I came.
I've pretty much seen every event past that.
Yeah.
Which was probably, I think they were like UFC 57 or something by that time.
Yeah. It's so crazy, man. They do so many fights now. But I feel weird when it's Saturday and there's no fights on. Feels weird. It's super weird.
Well, they saturate it so much, and then they pull away for like 2 weeks, and you're like, well, I mean, there was just 2 fights.
Yeah.
There were 2 different cards on the other day, and now I gotta wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, there was a small time where we were complaining about how many fights they had, and then it seemed like they listened to us. I think. What's up, Dana?
Yeah.
Dana,
stop listening to us.
Yeah.
Except for stop being a pussy, Dana.
Yeah.
I stick by that.
We want old Dana White, not this new Fox News Dana White. Get away from Fox.
Oh, Dana White. He's like, oh, John Jones, I'm just so worried about him.
Yeah.
He is a person, not a fighter. We don't even care about that. We just worry. I mean, he's in rehab. And the story will come out, and you guys will all see. You notice Dana, who is notorious for his Twitter rants or going after people.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked up Dana White.
And it's just
like when all this John Jones shit was going on.
Promo stuff.
It was a billion people going, Dana White can suck my fucking dick. You know what there wasn't any responses from? Dana White, because Dana knows. He's like, I got nothing to come back on.
Well, Andy's like...
He knows.
Oh, for sure he knows, but he knows he can't. He has to change. He has to change. As they start making more money, he has to change. Because he's...
At this point, man, I just fucking... You guys probably got a couple $100 million. Fuck it, go away.
For sure. I mean, maybe that's how he'll go out, but I don't think he's like... I think he's still in it to win it, you know? And
I like
you have
Dana
to sell
too,
your fucking soul, man. You have to sell... If you want to make that much money in a business... Like, I'm not talking like an investment that took off or some shit like that, but if you want to grow a business, you sell your fucking soul every bit of the way. Like, the bigger you get, there are no ethical large corporations in the world. Like, there's some that do kind of good things every now and then. Like the NFL has the fucking breast cancer awareness thing, which is
they give like 2%.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, we're a huge corporation, or the nonprofit they call themselves, and then we're gonna promote another nonprofit. Both of them are like billionaires from these nonprofits, but they just the bigger you get, the more you sell your soul, man. And that's just that's where he's at. He wants to do that. He wants to grow UFC. So whatever. We're gonna see worse and worse. We're gonna be like 10 years from now when UFC's like even insane.
Like Conor McGregor killed someone. The fact UFC fines him $5,000. Yeah,
there's gonna be a point where Dana White's not gonna be involved at all. Like now, you still see him on stage. You still see this thing. Eventually, he's not gonna do it, and people are gonna be like, "Fucking Dana White used to fucking do the put the belt around the thing and all this kind of shit." They fucked up when they did a contest to have probably some rich kid put the belt on Jones. Yeah,
put the belt on someone.
Yeah, and people flipped out. That's just gonna be. I mean, that's what's gonna happen. Like, unless unless something happens and they start losing money, then maybe we're never gonna get that Dana White back unless he wants to leave.
Oh well.
Yeah. It's disappointing though, because that was a good Dana White. That was like part of why you like the UFC, or like I like the UFC. It was like the guy that runs it doesn't. He's like a fucking. He calls just it. He speaks his mind. He's not like this filtered fucking puppet when he talks.
No, Roger Goodell.
Yeah. So. But that's changing. It's sad. People are doing cocaine.
Fucking so what on the cocaine, but just fucking.
I know. I'm just glad it's over. It's like whatever. Yeah.
Don't just suck someone's dick and be like, I'm worried about him when you're truly not.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, that was his. But it's.
I don't give a fuck about that dude.
Be funny, like as weed gets legalized more and more, like you start hearing more of these stories about, because you never hear fucking anybody get busted for coke. That's never a story.
The only one.
Yeah, so it's like, eventually, like maybe, what if this is just how the propaganda machine's moving? It's like, well, as it becomes legal, we can't have these stories about negative marijuana users. Like, we're going to have to shift to a new demon of recreational drug use. So the next one on the totem pole, yeah, they're like, we don't want to touch meth yet, because Breaking Bad was an amazing show. So let's go on to coke. Since the whole kind of storyline with coke in modern media is kind of...
Blow was popular like 10 years ago. Yeah. It was a good movie, yeah.
But even that, I mean, that's like... The 80s were like the biggest time for Blow. And, that and crack. It's their heyday. But, yeah, they've gone underground. Who knows, man? That'd be crazy, though. Who's the next fighter to get? Who do you think out of the UFC? Is there a fighter? Josh Koscheck. I can see Josh Koscheck doing Blow.
Rampage?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's probably. I mean,
Rampage has probably been tooting rails for fucking ever.
He's like that's my pre-fight. Goddamn. Well,
he's
that's
just not dumb enough to get fucking busted.
He got the good quality shit when he fucking went crazy and with his truck.
Got that A-Team shit.
L.A. Yeah. A-Team. Yeah, it's Hollywood, man. I don't know. Did you watch the Rogan thing where they looked up what John Jones was doing 3 days before?
Yeah, the Brazil,
yeah.
It wasn't that, though. In the interview, he says he was just out with some friends, so...
Well...
Like, local friends.
Yeah. Oh, in Brazil?
No.
When he
Blow? Wasn't in... He's saying he was just at a local party.
Yeah.
With, like, some of his... Like, I think he was back home.
Yeah. He doesn't want to fucking, give up his spot in Brazil, man. He's not throwing them under the bus.
Well, he kept, I'm not going to blame anyone else. It was my fault. I mean, he said all the things that if I was a PR person that I would tell him to say.
Yeah, it was like, and it's, that was a Fox. They gave him the appropriate time to, like, prepare. They did this whole thing. But he
said it all with that, all right, do you remember the shitty George Bush grin? Like, he'd be talking about people getting murdered. Yeah. John Jones does his whole interview,
really,
and breaks into that fucking smirk, which just like while you're watching it is like ah. But again, I'm fucking over it, dude. Whatever. It's fucked up. I got my bitching out on a couple podcasts.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're gonna fucking do what they're gonna do. He's gonna come back and fight. I'll
It's
say
like,
it a million times. He's a phenomenal fighter. I just think the guy's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
And that's my right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you should have that.
John Jones wouldn't like me if we met each other. If we met,
you know what?
I don't really. That dude's.
Dude, the people you know, the people you've known and been friends with over the years, right? I don't know these people, but like if they were in a situation where they were new millionaires and they had like a career on the line, but they're still doing dumb shit, like. I don't know. I don't even know where my point was with that. Just go with it in your mind, Keith.
I'd say this. Even if my close personal friends started acting John Jones-ish, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know. I just know a lot of people that do stupid shit or have done.
Dude, I'm not talking about the stupid shit. He's just fucking. He's a fucking weird dude.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I mean,
he's a weird guy. Like, I don't
listen.
He'd be one of those guys who'd be like, "Oh, I met him. I can't fucking read the guy. He seems to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but never anything constant." It's like, I'm super religious.
Yeah,
I'm a party guy just like everyone else.
Yeah, that's
fucking.
Those are the people that I knew when I was involved with the church for the little bit of time in my life when I was. Everybody was fucking fake. Because they were this person in church where they were like whatever, and then outside of church, like I knew people that were fucking just partying all night before going to church, and they're like hungover as shit. This is before I was even drinking, but it's like, oh, and then they're doing like they're regular everyday people. They're just delusional within their little worship time where they think they're better. That's why I don't like people that not everybody that's religious, but a lot of people that I know that are religious have this kind of like, they look down. They like have this like, I'm better than you because I believe in God and you don't. So I'm going to tell you how you should live your life, even though the reality of me is that I pretend to be this person. I have this facade of like morality because of Jesus Christ, but I'm also behind the scenes. I'm going to be as fucked up and horrible as every other human being. I'm just going to be delusional to the fact that I'm this person to you. And that's like, it's annoying. And that's kind of what John Jones is. He's like this, but it's like, he's got a big spotlight on him. So people are seeing the fact that it's ridiculous. Like most people, we just need more spotlights on people that are like these quote unquote religious people, like to see what the reality of, their delusions are. Where they're, so
it always ends up being gross.
Yeah.
Always
there's some people that are good Christian people and they're just good Christian people. But
how about this? They're just good people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's some
who
good
happen
people,
to be Christian.
And there's some fucking assholes.
There's so many fucking people out there who probably volunteer way more time, fucking donate way more of their money, who don't believe in any of this goofy bullshit, who just feel good by doing good shit for other people, which is what people should feel. But some people can't feel that without having to make up a goofy story that goes along with it and a reward at the end.
Yeah.
They have to, they're like, I do this good thing, so I can do this even more awesome thing after I'm dead. And you're like, why don't you just do nice things because? And they're like, oh, geez, fuck that.
Like a spoiled brat.
Ridiculous?
They're
a different religion than me. Fuck them.
Yeah.
I hope they die.
Yeah. It's just, fucking... Some people
What I'm trying to say is, fuck religious people.
No, here's the thing. Like, when we were making fun, when we had our fun with Jesus in a past episode...
Yeah,
like, there was still
retarded.
because there are good people that believe in that retarded shit. Like there was still a part of me that felt a little bad It's like, well, I'm sure there's some Christians that are good people that might be offended with the fact that
there's plenty of Christians who are good people.
Yeah, so
but
it's
they're
like
good people who believe in goofy shit. Like, I don't know how. There's no way to really look at that and go, yeah. I think that shit happened.
Oh, there's for sure. Like, if we were popular at all, like, if that was easily a test. Like, if you ever want to know how popular a podcast is, do an episode like that.
Yeah, we got no negative feedback. That's how I know no one listens.
Yeah, no tweets, no blogs, no CNN, no CBS, no PBS. There was nothing. No contacts were made. No offense was either that or our audience really knows us, and we really know our audience, which is fine. At least we've whittled it down to people that really understand us. We're in the tens of listeners. Okay,
but here's the other thing. Like, I don't care if you're religious, and you could be a nice person, and we can get along. I've got plenty of friends.
No, I know, but I'll still It's noted, like the fact that I know that they're coming at it
don't
from
give
that.
me in the back of my mind. I'm going, wow, you're gullible, and you believe a lot of goofy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why? Like,
but it's like I'm friends with people that love baseball. I don't get the entertainment value at all of baseball, but I understand. I'm not going to judge somebody for loving something that they love, even though I don't understand it. So it's like
people love cricket.
Yeah, it's like that's even. I mean, at least I don't know cricket at all.
At least you know the rules of baseball. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I know how baseball works. I've been to baseball games live. I've seen them on TV. It's something that I have no idea why people enjoy that sport. But there are people that enjoy that sport, and I don't. I mean, I talk shit about it, but fuck them because they're watching a stupid sport.
I don't like to watch it.
I didn't even like playing it, but it's. I mean, I guess I kind of did. I was young. I don't know. I was burnt out on baseball, but it's like that's. I understand. I'm willing to understand your joys of certain things that I deem to be fucking ridiculous. Bringing it back to Keith's haircut. It's like I understand. Keith wants to look like that. And it doesn't look bad. It looks good on you, Keith. It's just weird.
I've had this haircut for...
I know. I swear you wear beanies, man. I don't know if I've seen it. Well, maybe I haven't seen it. So it's like you cover that shit up. I can't see through beanies. Whew, there you are, bro. What's up? Let's get the show started. Took fucking forever for you to get that beanie on. Now we can start the show. It's going to be a little late. Do you mind going late?
Actually, we're about to end the show.
I know. That's fine.
It's what's happening right now, bro.
It's what's happening. All right.
Swats.
So anything else? Are we done? We're done.
I think we're done.
Go to RobGTV, buy some shirts, use coupon code RAY, 20% off. Already talked about it.
Culture High in the Union.
Culture High in the Union. Go to InspiredDisorderCollective.com and check out the many podcasts by the loudest geeks in the room. Go to theloudestgeeks.com. Check them out. They do a bunch of different shows. All the links are at InspiredDisorderCollective.com. And you can go to InspiredDisorder.com/store and buy stickers and t-shirts and 40 sacks and all kinds of other shit available there. Use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out and save 10% whatever you order. Keith?
I want to plug Adriel Restrepo. I can't. Is that even how you spell it?
I think it's Adriel Restrepo. I think there's an R in there. But that's
Adriel?
Adriel Restrepo. No, and Restrepo. Restrep. I think so.
That's what I said, I think.
Oh. I heard Restrepo.
No, I said...
Anyway.
You're confusing me.
We know. That's what I do.
Another artist.
Yeah.
I like his work.
Yeah.
He just sent me some shit.
It's fucking cool. Great stuff.
I mean, yeah, I bought it, but...
He sent it to you after you bought it. So that's the next step in purchasing art.
It's a bonus.
He made it happen.
I enjoy it. I like his art.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. He was on...
I like your art. I like his art. I like Dan Worms.
Yeah.
Like Mike Maxwell.
Yeah, we've met some good artists, man.
But buy Ray's shit first, then you can go buy all the
go buy some Adriel Restrepo shit. That's fine. He has a thing on Etsy too, Monstermations. I think he was on
his new one that he's selling with
Paranoid?
the blue face.
Yeah.
It's in the group of shit he sent me, I think he sent me the original.
That's awesome. I think I saw that. Yeah.
'06 and it's that face, and
Yeah.
then he just put like the tie-dye shirt and all the shit in the background. But I think I have the original, so
shit.
I kind of feel
investment.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude, keep going, kid.
Oh man, I watched.
I don't fucking have an early Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, that's one part of buying art is that it is an investment. Like if people buy my art, which not many people have, Adriel's bought my art. But that's like you're investing in me as an artist because the bigger I get, the more my art's going to be worth. And, you know,
had like an early David Cho, like just sketch.
Dude, the album thing that he put out with Bobby Trivia, right? The ridiculous album that I got. People are selling it on eBay for $700. So it's like
$20 package.
No, it was $60. You bought the shirt that was $60.
I was gonna. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That's what I don't know if it's sold, but I
put that.
I
you
watched
better put that shit in.
I'm
in some
keeping
glass
it. Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Under. Make sure it don't bend.
I've
like the shit. The bum part about the fucking folder got kind of bent up, and he sent a pin with it.
Oh.
It's a cool Hunter S. Thompson pin.
Yeah.
You can post like a picture of it.
I think that's pins that of his art that somebody else made. Yeah. That's awesome.
It was super cool.
But it fucked. It kind of punched.
It got fucking smashed onto the picture.
Yeah. That's
And so there's like it's not on the actual art, but it's right beside it. There's a hard fucking
doesn't matter.
And you can't get that. I can't get that out of the paper.
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, it's like it's the only one that exists. So it's like it's not like a baseball card that there was like 3,000 made and it's like that you need to keep it fresh. It's like that's the only one.
You would like it to be
dude,
crisp.
That's one thing. Like
the edges were. I mean, it's like a baseball card where all the edges are great. The picture's great, except someone just kind of.
I mean, when I ship shit, I'm nervous as fuck as how I pack shit.
He wrote "Do not bend" all over it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter though. But
and it wasn't even. No one bent it. It was just
smashed.
Other shit got put on top of it, and that pin had slid into that area.
And it's hard to know, man, when you're packing shit. You just never know. But it's like I've had that when I was doing my shows. Like I've had things dent paintings and shit just because it leaned weird, and it just over the drive. It just over time. And you don't know until, because it's a slow thing, but it's the only one. So it's all good.
But I mean, I already framed up that picture, the one that I bought, and you can't really see it. There's I put a picture up. Yeah. So, but it's just something, again, like when you get it, you're like, this is so awesome. Yeah. Oh, what's that?
Oh, well, when I got like posters and shit, actually, it was just, it seems like more, but I've gotten posters from people that like sign posters and shit, and they fold it in fours, and then they send it that way. It's like, I mean, it's just a poster, but it's like,
but I'll try to straighten it out.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, once it's creased, when it's folded in fours, and it's like that's how they decided to ship it, was folding it up, and then they put it in an envelope and sent it. It wasn't like because of the shipping that it got tweaked.
Christina P.
Yeah. I've gotten other shit too.
I have that poster too.
That's the one I'm looking at right now. Is that one?
Yeah.
But I still have it framed. It's like I don't care. I'm sure everybody that got one is creased like that. So it's like okay.
With the prints that you sent me like a long time ago, God, you got to come up with something that's more frame sized.
Oh yeah,
all those are just different random sizes, and none of them are.
I know.
Like I went frame shopping. And first off, frames are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
For no apparent reason.
Yeah. No, I know. I didn't change the. I knew that when
every one of them was.
I'm not going to crop. I didn't want to crop the image itself, but I also didn't leave, space for the other parts. But you can get it done. It's more of a hassle. Whatever. You didn't pay for it, so I don't feel that bad.
No, I'm not.
I didn't really sell all of those prints. I'm going to be giving away a shitload of those. I just have a bunch of them that I'm just gonna get like 100 prints.
It was just one of those like I really love all those pieces and I wanted to get them framed, and then I go to the frame store and it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. Well,
I could get custom frames made, and then all their frames where I went were like all 50% off anyway. Like I don't know if they all just do that.
Yeah.
Which if everything in your fucking place is 50% off, then why don't you just put the real price on everything?
No, because there's days where they don't have the sales that stupid people still go in and buy shit, and that's where they make their money.
That's what they do?
Yeah, that's what they do. So it's like if you can pay attention enough to like know when the sales are, you're cool. Like you get the secret bargain prices. But if you're just going there on a fucking random Tuesday, it's you never know what you're gonna get.
Because I went to Hobby Lobby, which everyone I'm like, fuck them. They're the one that got that big whole religious, not gonna pay for a girl's birth control thing passed.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they got a lot of fucking awesome frames. And then I like just started wandering through, and they had a bunch of like, I don't know, like tins. Mm-hmm. They were like comic book covers made into tin prints that were raised up in like certain areas.
Embossed.
Yeah.
That's like mass produced.
Oh yeah, it was totally mass-produced garbage, but like I still got this sweet-ass Flash Gordon one.
Yeah. You can find some cool shit. I mean, that seems like a Michaels.
I was totally like, and they were 50% off. I was like, it's $10. I'm like, I kind of really want that awesome Flash Gordon tin piece.
Keith is buying some more art in here. Yeah.
Like so, every time I walk in my house now, when I see it, I just start singing the Flash Gordon theme song.
We started ending this show like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, let's end this. I gotta go home and drink more beer.
Yeah, man.
And then get up for work in the morning.
Fuck work. Yeah. Follow Keith Spurlock 1 on Twitter. I'm Ray Taylor on Twitter. Whatever. Spiderdisorder.com/podcast.
Deuces.
YouTube, Vimeo,
Stitcher.
iTunes, Stitcher.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns.
B12.
Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Fucking dead dude. Jesus Christ. Don't get me. Yay.